The first half of this two-legged affair ends with Esperance defeating Mamelodi Sundowns 1-0. Well, the Brazilians coming from the south of Africa were defeated by the native of Brazil. They are taking forward Sase, scoring in the critical phase of the first half. Masandawana, I think it will be premature for you to press panic buttons. All is not lost. Well, on this episode, I'm actually going through 5 things I've learned or highlighted on this first half of the semi-final, and I will also need your engagement on some of the things I will be sharing, and and I actually don't want to even waste any time. Yes, I do go by the name of Oscar Ntsinzi Football, where I discuss anything to do with football from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. Numero uno, number 1. I don't know. I guess you'll also share your opinion on this, but the very first point is, should the away goal rule be scrapped away from CAF competitions altogether? UEFA have scrapped it away, and should we follow suit, or is it something that's also making the matches interesting? I don't know. I'm saying this because it appears as if the fear of conceding an away goal as a home side is stronger than the home team actually having a desire to go for more goals. The first half was end-to-end stuff. And after scoring that goal, I was thinking to myself, maybe the second half, Esperance will keep the same shape and go maybe for the second goal. But it appears that the fear of conceding that away goal made them change their tactic, and they just sat behind and allowed Mamelodi Sundowns to go at them in the second half. So I don't know, should the away goal rule stay, or should it be moved? Now, the second point, we should commend North African sides for their efficiency in front of goals. These guys, whenever they get, one-on-one, clear-cut chance, majority of the times, they kill it. And it was no different today. That one-on-one with against Williams, the Brazilian chipped it. A wonderful, sweet goal, smart and intelligent from the attacking forward. And as opposed to Mamelodi Sundowns, who had chances. Mamelodi said had chances, and one that was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Thembinkosi Lodge, ballooned that ball over the bar. I'm sure the ball went as far as Egypt. Although I still think it might have been ruled offside or overruled by VAR, because I think he was off. But still, he missed a sitter. He missed a chance. And point number 3, there were some below par performances from Mamelodi Sundowns players, and I'm not even choosing these players as a scapegoat for the loss. We lose as a team, we win as a team. But I must point out that I am disappointed with some of the performances from these players I will mention. Obviously, Mokoena in this game decided to start with a false 9 and starting our only number 9 in Shalile on the bench. So we played Ribeiro, a Zwane, and a Lodge in the front 3, and Ribeiro and Zwane were interchanging in that false 9 position. And I must say they really did not connect well, and at some point you would see Zwane dropping so far in collecting the ball from Obas, and Ribeiro, same thing. And Lodge was one player that was really wide, and they really didn't connect as much. The only time, or maybe 2 times, where we had some short passes in the box, and the disallowed goal that Zwane scored. That's the one time where you thought, oh, okay, maybe this thing might work. But majority of in that game, they didn't really connect well. And anyway, going back to the players who had below par performances, one, we love Shikabala, we love Themba Msisi, Mshishi Zwane, but he was off today, and he's been off for some time. And even in the video before this one, my best starting 11 to face Esperance, Mshishi Zwane was not part of that squad. I did mention that the guy has been off for some time. Yes, he was rested on Monday against Morocco Swallows, but today there were no signs that this guy is coming from some rest from the game that we played on Monday. Lodge as well, he had chances, but he was completely off as well. And Aubrey Mudiba obviously had to play in the middle, more central, because of the absence of Tebogo Mokoena. He played that position with Allende and Obas, and it's a sensitive position that he is in. And once you occupy that role, you need to have rare mirrors. You need to be able to see what's happening on the sides. And he lost a lot of balls, some wayward passing there. I mean, a lot of players today lost balls, but when you are playing that particular role as the postman, or Aubrey Mudiba was, he lost way too much, and some decision making when he had to give a ball to the forward players. It was just disappointing and heartbreaking. And he's another player that has been having off days in recent matches, and he also was not in my starting 11. And but it is what it is. Today we felt the absence of Tebogo Mokoena. Tebogo Mokoena is a big player, and his absence was felt today. That was the third point. Below par performances from some of the players we had hoped that they were going to raise the bar. And I must also really salute one player who was decent, played very well. But to see Obas, keep it up, boy. Even though I'm mentioning all these players who had below par performances, I will still be at the stadium to go support the boys, because I believe in the coach, I believe in Mamelodi Sundowns, I believe in the quality we have, and I believe at Loftus we can score more than one goal. So to you, Batusi, Obas, keep it up. Rivaldo is not there. Bongani Zungu is not there. Tebogo Mokoena was not there today, but you fit in very well. You might not have connected like Tebogo Mokoena with the front guys, but you were at least able to cover up for Mvala and for Grant Kekana. You did your best to share the ball with a Mudiba and an Allende. So probably you were our man of the match, and you did extremely well. Big up to you. Point number 4 that I've highlighted in this match, in this 5-point things we've learned from this particular game. Now, the inexperience of our coach is becoming obvious. CAF Champions League is a different ball game. I said in a previous video that I would welcome the idea of him being more pragmatic in approaching the first leg away from home in that hostile environment. And you know what? The second half, first half, end-to-end stuff, teams going at each other. Second half belonged to Mamelodi Sundowns, largely because the home side decided to sit back and defend their lead. And it didn't even appear that there was a plan of a counter-attack from the home side. They just sat. And with Mshishi, with Lodge being off, I was thinking to myself, maybe give it 10 minutes and then probably introduce some players from the bench. And our first substitution was in the 67th minute, taking out Mshishi and putting in Shalulile. I still think maybe that was an incorrect sub. Maybe the first person that was supposed to be substituted was a Thembinkosi Lodge, because Thembinkosi Lodge, he gets the ball, he would not, attack the defenders. He would rather do a back pass. And I thought maybe he was the first person that was supposed to be subbed. But Mshishi came off and then Shalulile was taken in. Now that's the 67th minute. Now the following batch of subs, three of them, Mayema, Murena, and Maseko, was on the 79th, 80th minute. I mean, really, we are chasing the game, and that's the time you will be taking out players who were off. Ribeiro as well tried, but he can delay his passes. At times he could be selfish. At times he could make a wrong decision. Instead of laying a pass for someone who's clearly open on his left or right, he would decide to go vertical. And so they were all substituted: Lodge, Ribeiro, and Lunga. And these players, there's not enough time. There's absolutely not enough time, 11 minutes, for them to change the complexion of the game. I didn't see much of Murena, maybe one or two attempted crosses, and any cross against those big giants, there's no competition. Shalulile is not tall, and crossing the ball, you're only crossing the ball in hope that maybe a secondary ball might land to a Mamelodi Sundowns player. And Maseko, maybe Maseko in his head, maybe he thinks he's Leroy Sané, I don't know. But the boy is predictable, and nothing much even from his side. In the right back, dealt with him easily. Mayema as well, not enough time for him to produce some magic. So this is the inexperience from Rulani Mukwena. The substitutions were too late for my liking. I'm not a coach, and as a Mamelodi Sundowns fan, I'm allowed to vent. And even you watching at home, if you are a Mamelodi Sundowns fan, you are allowed to vent. You are allowed to tweet, to WhatsApp, to Facebook. Fortunately, we are not with the players every day, night in, night out, morning in, morning out. We are not at Clock. We are not part of the technical team. So we are just speaking as fans from the outside. The only thing we see is on match day. So forgive me if you are a sensitive Mamelodi Sundowns fan, but I'm allowed also to vent at the disappointment of some of the things I witnessed among the 5 things I'm mentioning after this tough encounter. It was a better game to watch than what we witnessed in Benjamin Mkapa, Tanzania, and the second leg in Loftus. They didn't park the bus as much as the previous leg or the previous phase of the tournament. So yeah. And last but not least, point number 5, and the things we have highlighted in this match: possession football that is not hurting your opponent is vanity. Is vanity. You know, in my preview on this match, I had Mayema starting in place of Mshishizwane. One of the reasons is that in the previous phase against Yanga and some of the league matches we've played against your Richards Bay, against Moroka Swallows, if we struggle to go vertical, and if they are dealing, because Ronald Mukwena doesn't believe that much in playing using width and crosses, because we don't have tall players or tall strikers. At times, you have another option of players like a Mayema, like a Sepombule, like a Tebogo Mukwena, who are brave enough to actually take shots at goal outside the box. So I was anticipating that Tunisia, like the other sides we've been playing, they'll probably apply a low block and starting a Mayema in that number 10 role, anticipating that there's going to be a double-decker pass in front of us. That starting a Mayema will be confident enough to take shots at goal. Remember the goal that was disallowed or overruled by VAR in Luanda against Pedro 2 seasons ago? Crack off a goal, and the boy has been scoring some wonders outside the box. So that was my reason for wanting to start Mayema in place of Zwane, because Zwane has been off for some time. And I'm saying this because our very first shot at goal outside the box with so much possession, it was on the 85th minute. Mutobi Mvala with the cracker. The first attempt on goal with so much potential. And that's our first. Come on, guys. Come on, Mamelodi Sundowns. We can do better than this. I do not think Esperance is a team that will cause a great threat going to Loftus Friday night. I believe Mamelodi Sundowns can overturn this 1-0 deficit and actually win this game 2-0 or even over. But we cannot be predictable. We cannot always go vertical. We must also use the width, maybe by not crosses, but have skillful players. And I was actually even hoping, I keep on referring to the preview video I made, that I was really praying that we have a Siyabonga Mabena on the bench. Because, okay, before I even mention this about Siyabonga Mabena, where is Mandieta? He's not on the injury list. Mandieta gave us 3 points, a goal, wonder goal against Richards Bay, last minute goal. And the guy has not played ever since that game. Yes, I am not a coach. Yes, I'm not an expert. Yes, I am not a clock up to work with these players every day. But I thought players are rewarded when they've performed well. What has happened to Mandieta? Siyabonga Mabena, I was hoping to see the young man on the bench, 17-year-old. Anytime he's been given minutes, whether it's 10 minutes, 12 minutes, he has really attacked defenders. He's been a menace to defenders. Something these starters are actually not doing. One player who attempts to do that every time is Maseko. At times we are frustrated with him, but that's his style of play. Attacking defenders, attempting to destroy one and put in a cutback or a cross. Siyabonga Mabena is the other one. that is clearly comfortable with that type. That's the one way we can actually kill Esperance in Loftus. Having players, I mean, North Africans, they hate players who go at them. They hate players who go at them. And Masego will go at you. Siyabonga Mapene is young, he's fearless, he's free, he's been given the freedom by his coach. Take them on. He was not on the bench. Gaston Sirino was not on the bench. And the 3 late substitutions we introduced, they offered nothing. They offered nothing. I mean, on their defense, there was not enough time. There was not enough time. Yes, congratulations to Esperance de Tunis. You've won the first half of this leg. The second half will be in Loftus. And let's correct where we missed certain things. And let's approach Friday night with a different mentality. I'm hoping that Tuesday night or Monday night, whenever we're playing Skukune, Mukwena will just play a third string or side, one that is not even considering for this upcoming second leg. We need to go to the finals, and I think we will reach the finals. Yeah. Thank you for staying this long with me, seeing my face and this content for the very first time. Do hit that like button. It actually helps reach people like you who love African football, who love South African football, who love CAF Champions League. If you do like, it'll spread to that community. Do engage on the comments below. What did you think of this game? Where did Rulani Mukwena get it wrong? Where did Mamelodi Sundowns get it wrong? Where did Esperance get it right? Because they are at an advantage at this point in time. If they get to Pretoria and score 1 goal, Mamelodi Sundowns will need 3 to answer, to reply to that. So they are at an advantage. Where did they get it right? And one positive about Rulani Mukwena and Mamelodi Sundowns is that they are fearless. Wherever they go, they are no longer threatened by the crowd or the tough men. They remain and they are staunch to their style and the philosophy. But we should not be predictable. If we can't break them vertically, let us go wide. Let us use skillful players to take the right back, the left back on. And we do have those players at Mamelodi Sundowns. Use them. Rulani Mukwena. Do subscribe. It also helps me, encourages me to really keep on going and being consistent in this YouTube space. And may my God bless you all.